Miami Heat honored Dwayne Wade with a statue.
Of another man. That's fucked up.
No clearance.
What up? What's happening? What's cracking, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. My name is Tyler here with the queen of the pod herself, KC, in the place to be. KC, how you doing?
Yeah. Well, I'm alive and well. I'm doing great.
Yes.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. For those with us, man, if you are not subscribed to our Patreon, man, make sure you go to patreon.com/noclearance. Check out our convo before the convo and a whole bunch of other content we got over
Because
there.
we be talking shit. You know what I mean?
We talking shit, man.
Mm.
Talking that shit as well.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? All right. As we start our weeks off, especially during the NFL season, we got Casey's picks, man. Before we get into other stuff, we're going to knock out Casey's picks first. You cool with that,
Okay.
KC?
Cool,
Now,
cool,
KC,
cool.
you was, I believe, you was 2 for 2. You was
I
2
don't like
and
that.
2.
I don't like that.
You had the Bucks beating the Falcons. Falcons won that game.
Damn it. Okay.
And then you had the Vikings beating the Rams. The Rams won that game. No, my bad. Yeah, the Rams won that game.
Damn.
But you did get the Eagles beating the Bengals as well as the 49ers beating the Cowboys.
I just want to say, Tyler, you're welcome. You're welcome. Anything I could do for your team.
And that's why we're going to run it back. KC, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly. Okay. The Jacksonville Jaguars have 2 wins and 6 losses. While the Philadelphia Eagles have 5 wins and 2 losses. Okay. Now there's something about this game that's a little it's a little different. The head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars is the former head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, who led the Eagles to their one and only Super Bowl win. It's coming back to Philly.
Okay.
You know, that's a tough one. But the Eagles are wearing the Kelly Green jerseys. Oh, yeah. Old school.
Damn.
Who you got?
Well, I mean, y'all change in football. Y'all change up the plays, right? Like it's not the same shit.
Yeah, we change up the plays. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we're good. I'm gonna give it to the Eagles. I'm gonna give it to the Eagles.
I bet.
Now, if they lose, Tyler, that's on you and your bad juju.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, that's not on me. That's not on mine. That's not on me.
All right. Monday night, we have a rematch of the Super Bowl 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 2020 Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are undefeated, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 4-4. KC.
I learned this the hard way. Chiefs.
There we go.
You can't go against them.
You
That's
can't
a solid
go against
team.
them.
Okay.
Oh, we got a really good game at 4:30 on Sunday. We have the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers. Okay, the Detroit Lions are 6-1, and the Green Bay Packers are 6-2. The game is in Green Bay. Now, real quick, the Packers starting quarterback Jordan Love currently has a groin injury. However, their backup quarterback Malik Willis has started either 2 or 3 times this season, and he hasn't lost. So, but Detroit is, in my opinion, the best team in the conference so far. It's a heck of a game. It's going to be a heck of a game.
Damn, this is hard. Because I feel like, when you play in your home base, it's kind of like you feel like you have that home advantage.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I don't recall if I've ever chosen Green Bay.
I don't think you have.
No, I think I always go opposite.
Packers got a black quarterback. Either way, whether
Either way,
the starter comes back or the backup, they got a brother back there.
and the other team don't. Who's the other team again?
Other teams, Detroit Lions.
Are they a good team though? I feel like they're not. People don't talk about them.
Who, the Lions?
Yeah.
People, they need to be. They need to be talking about them. They are exceptional this year.
Okay, I'll go with the Lions then.
All right.
Yeah.
Final, we're gonna go with our home team, your home team.
Mm-hmm.
We got the New England Patriots playing the Tennessee Titans. Both teams are absolute garbage.
Oh, the big T
this year.
Mm-hmm.
We got the New England Patriots, who are 2-6, 2 wins, 6 losses, while the Tennessee Titans have 1 win and 6 losses. The Patriots
we're up. You know what I mean? Damn.
The Patriots won last week, though. They beat the Jets. They beat the Jets on Sunday. Yep. Yeah. Tennessee looking bad. So.
I mean, are we even showing up? I mean, Patriots are showing up a little bit.
They showing up a little bit.
I'll say Pats. Fuck
there
it.
You go. There you go. There you go. There you go. KC, those are KC's picks, man. Hey, man, if you put money on the game, just if you win some money, man, just send a percentage back to No Clearance. You know
that's all. I don't think that's a big deal, huh? You know what I mean?
I don't think so either. KC, man, how was your weekend? You look like you had a good time.
See, my weekend was great. It was an experience. I went to my first homecoming.
Oh.
So I went to a PWI, as did you. And
Indeed.
It's something about like going to a PWI, it's like you're like this unique toy or thing, right? Because there's not a lot of us. So it's like, oh shit, you're black. That's what's up. But being somewhere where it feels like fucking Wakanda was amazing. It was dope. You see black people in all different shapes and sizes. You see, people that are like, you got the kids that are like, obviously the jocks. You got the alphas. You got the you got the AKs. Like it was really, honestly, it felt like like I was stepping into the different world set because it was just everywhere you turn. It was niggas, and it was dope though to just be able to be like, damn, y'all, this was y'all experience. Now I'm proud that I went to a PWI because I don't think I would get any work done at an HBCU. Never get no work done. When I tell you these people party, there was this guy holding a Don Julio that was the size of my fucking head.
Yeah.
And he was walking around like, yeah, shots. And it's just like, oh, and people were just like, yeah, you know what I mean? The homeboy I was with, he had a Henny bottle and just, giving people shots. It was a beautiful time. And I mean, I was drunk. I was also a little, little wavy. It was a beautiful moment though. I couldn't I was just like, wow, it's different. But I also I'm glad I didn't do this to myself because I wouldn't I would probably flunk out of school. Like it was just it was just too much. It was a lot. Yeah. It was great though.
I think about that sometimes. I know for me, I most likely, wherever I went, I would have been a student athlete. So I feel like that would have kept me on somewhat of a straight and narrow. I wasn't really I wasn't really like I don't know
partier.
I don't know what Jay would tell you, but I don't feel like I was much of a partier.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we was the dudes that would like be in the dorm making playlists, and then we would be the ones making music for the little whack parties we was going.
Not there. Not there. You wouldn't have.
That's fair. That's fair. We had to do it because the parties were so whack. So we had to take it upon ourselves.
The best way to describe the experience, it was like Drumline.
For sure.
Everything that Drumline depicted, I lived it that Saturday. It was insane.
I want to say in 2000, either 17 or 18, I went to the Spellhouse homecoming.
Ooh.
Yeah, I went down to Atlanta.
I know that was lit. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, because it was Spelman, Morehouse, and Clark Atlanta.
Cause
You
they
know,
all in the same.
they're all
Oh
literally
yeah.
right there, walking distance. We was on all 3 campuses. It was a big old black family reunion.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
it was beautiful, and it's like, yeah, like you said, folk walking around, big, just the bottles of liquor was crazy.
And it's
Everybody
never
just so
no.
welcome.
That's the thing. It was not no like motherfuckers, looking you up and down. It was nothing like that. It was all love, people, saying hi to you. It's like, and I'm sure I didn't go to PV, right? But the people I was with, or one of the people I was with, she went to PV, her husband went to PV. So it was like we had that. But it was just like the surplus of people and like the like kindness. I think sometimes we get this like bad rep of like, oh, too many black people can't be together without, some bullshit happening. When I tell you, I mean, Tyler, they had RVs, like RVs that I know got a kitchen, that I know have a living room. Like these are like big ass RVs. Everybody having a time, motherfuckers putting shit on the grill. It was really a good time. Walking around, music, the vibes was right. It was great. Now, what I will say though is my prep prior to was I'm glad that I'm aware of who I am. If you are 30 and up, we are not 21 no more. So we are not in college. We can't do what we used to do, which is like, fuck it, wake up, go, and have a good time. Nope. You got to take your probiotics. You have to take your BC powder, and you have to have a liquid IV just to
Yeah.
make sure you're good. And when I tell you I had the trifecta, I had all 3. I was good. Woke up the
Go
next day.
ahead, Casey.
You know what I mean? But you have to do your part. We're at that age where you can't go nowhere thinking you're gonna get turned up and not have a liquid IV and a BC powder. You
We
can't.
gonna mess around. We need to mess around and sell some hangover kits.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Because I was ready to go. Everybody else was like, oh, fuck, I'm hurting. I was like, see, because y'all niggas is sleeping on that BC and the you know what I mean? The liquid
You said
IV.
BC or VC?
No, BC.
What's that? What the BC?
I think that's I don't even know what the fuck it is. It's like a what's that? It's like crushed up Tylenol, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so they put it in powder. You flick that bitch around a couple times, rip the top off, put that on the tongue. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Take you down some water, and you good.
Got you.
Yeah, and then the liquid IVs. Yeah. We getting straight to it. I want to make sure I don't miss a drop. We're not missing a drop. Because I cannot afford to be fucked up. And this is how I know this shit worked, is because I was drinking Hennessy. And this is how I know I was also in a ghetto establishment or around niggas, because I don't drink. That's not my preference. I'm a tequila girl. But if somebody offering you, we taking shots, and I got, I'm not rude. I'm gonna say yeah, But I wasn't toe up. And usually Henny, you know what I mean? I be limping. Woke up, was bounced off the bed, did laundry the next day. I was like, yeah, shit me.
Your Instagram story spoke on the boots.
Yeah. Oh.
I would love to hear about this.
First of all, the people I went with was like, hey, go comfortable. And I respect people that's like, hey, this is not the fashion show. Come comfortable because we're going to be walking. Let me know ahead of time, because I would hate to put on my Sunday's best and I got dirt everywhere. Like, I don't want to be a mess. So I go with my basketball shorts from Tiana Taylor's concert and fucking a black tee, a fanny pack. I'm cool. We're ready to go. We get there, and first of all, parking is a bitch because everybody and their mom is there, right? So we're in the car and we're seeing all these people like walking up, and I'm noticing. I was like, yo, this mad boots. Like, did we miss the memo? Like, was we supposed to wear boots? And they were laughing at me, and I was like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but every bitch we saw was wearing boots. And Tyler, I'm not talking about like Tim's. I'm talking about the knee-high boots that are leather. And it was in like Texas. 80 in Texas. I'm like, it's 80-some degrees. Them bitches are dripping sweat. They feet gonna be funky. Then we saw so many bitches with the furry boots with the fur, literally. And I mean, not like a little bit fur, like some shit you would wear in like the North Pole or some shit. Like the shit was crazy. Like it was boots and ass. Because then they would have on these big ass fur boots, but then fucking a G string of shorts. So it's like, are you hot or you cold, babe? You know? The fashions was there. You know what I mean? The girls get the looks. I asked a couple people what their setting spray was because I'm like, that shit is not moving, and that's impressive as fuck in this heat. You know what I mean? Because you walking around, you got the sun is beaming, your forehead getting a little, you know what I mean? So I was like, that shit is not moving. That's a beautiful thing. But yeah, the boots, the fucking boots.
Man,
I
fellas
should have.
look like we
If
know
I
where to
had
go.
to take a shot every time I had boots, I would have been wheeled the fuck out of there. Cause it was boots, Tyler, boots. I was like, what the fuck? Okay.
Well, shout out to Prairie View, man. You know that sound legendary.
It was
Boots with the G string. Hey, fellas,
yeah.
you know where to go.
Don't say
You know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying?
tell you.
Don't say if ain't nobody told you. KC told you. You feel me?
Okay.
All right. Well, that's beautiful, man. That's what's up. I'm glad you got the experience, the HBCU homecoming. Yeah, I don't know. I need to do it one more time. I was gonna go to Howard's, but
Why didn't you go?
why didn't I go? Holy cow! I was doing something. I know I was doing something. And then it was like a month early. I was gonna go to Howard Hampton game. I got COVID.
Yeah.
It was just a whole
Damn.
thing. I know.
Jesus.
I know. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna get the one.
Oh, Hampton too. See, I wouldn't mind doing like a HBC homecoming tour, like where I hit different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
I
you've
feel
been
like
to
that.
Prairie View. You gotta get to Texas Southern. You gotta go to
Yeah,
Texas
I
Southern.
need to go to TSU, and I think that was like last weekend or the weekend before. Yeah. I need to do TSU next.
Yeah, you can just start going down like across the Gulf. You can hit Grambling, Southern. I don't know about Mississippi. I don't know about. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fun.
I'm gonna be no.
Jackson
I'm not gonna
State.
Yeah. I don't Mississippi not a place to play in. You know what I mean?
We'll skip Mississippi. Go to FAMU.
Yeah, come on. I feel like FAMU would be lit, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nah, that sounds fun. That sounds fire. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do first? Let's keep it light. Dwayne Wade.
Hey, that's
Dwayne Wade was honored.
Honored? That nigga honored? They did that nigga dirty. You hear me?
The Miami Heat honored Dwayne Wade with a statue
of another man. That's fucked up. Of another nigga. That's crazy. We all look the same to you? Yeah. That's insane.
KC, what are your thoughts on the statue?
That shit is a fuck. If the person who created the statue is white, that's a fucking hate crime. That don't look nothing like Dwayne. The fucking his face, and I get it, because Dwayne, his face is kind of like his jaw protrudes out a tad bit, but that motherfucker took it all the way out. Like, even when that nigga's yelling, he don't make no face. Like, that's not that man. My thing is, when you get statues, usually they give you like references, so you got pictures of the. I just think they were like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this shit raw. I'm not gonna use no reference. I'm just gonna use what I think in my head is fine, because I don't know, that would poor guy. He's better than me. He still went on stage and was like, thank you. And I was like, fuck that. I wouldn't have gone up. I would have told took my ass and a family and like, we gotta go.
My
we
first
cannot
thought.
Stay here.
My first thought of the statue. That nigga look like Lawrence Fishburne. I shit you not. I said, is that the nigga from the Matrix?
I'm telling you.
This is bad. Mind you, what's crazy about it, the body don't even look like Dwayne.
No, I'm
this
telling
look
you.
like
no.
This look like a middle-aged man who just finished playing like pickup. It's not good. And we gotta understand, yo. I think people forget how many people love Dwayne Wade in his prime.
Yeah.
There was not a player that played like AI. Like a lot of niggas like me really enjoy watching the way Allen Iverson played, right? And there wasn't too many dudes like that until Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade showed up and brought back a certain level of toughness, like a certain level of like the way niggas used to get to the hole and dunk on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't afraid to just take it to the lane, get hit, take a couple hits, hit the ground, you know, that type of play.
Yeah.
This is just disrespectful.
I'm telling you.
I don't even know if they put like the bands on them. And they've been BSing with these statues, bro. Cause the Kobe one ain't even that fire. Now I heard Kobe picked the pose. I ain't gonna disrespect if that's what Kobe wanted.
He wanted. You know what I'm saying? He likes it. I love it. Yeah.
This is bad. I mean, put a basketball in the nigga hand, bro. What are we doing?
That's just insane. That shit's insane.
My thing is, they got to do this over.
There's no way. There's no way that they're keeping that bitch up.
I'll be damned.
What did he say, Tyler?
Nah. Dwayne Wade said, "Who is that guy?" I don't know that guy. Like he said it jokingly, but he was like, "This ain't."
No, but he was dead ass. Like whose man's is this? I'm telling you, I would have got up and left.
And the reaction, Casey, because you know if it was truly something that he loved,
we can't take shit serious. That's our problem. And I'm gonna name it. We can't take shit serious.
The way Wade was just walking up to it, just looking at it, and you know if it was something he loved, you know Dwayne Wade got a little emotional these last couple years. You know he a little softer in it. That nigga would have started crying. He would have started crying if it was on point. I mean, y'all doing niggas dirty, bro. And I'm telling you what right now, I'm glad he's alive to see it. I tell you, this
looking at
cold.
that shit again.
KC,
that shit is scary.
If someone was to honor you with a statue, how would you want it? What kind of pose would you like for it to be? Like, how would you want it to look? What era are we aiming for here?
See, but I would want my shit to be kind of along the lines of like a modern version or a ghetto version of the Thinker.
Oh,
motherfucker right here. But I want it to be like ghetto though. Like make it black.
Oh,
you know. I really feel like there's statues like the Thinker. That's iconic. Everybody know that.
Yeah.
But you could, you know what I mean. If you could make that where it's a little more urban, a little more edgy.
Okay, so
there's poses out there that are, you know.
What you sitting
good?
On? You sitting on a crate?
Yeah, there go the urbanness, huh? Yeah. Come on, sitting on crates.
What do we wear? What are we wearing in the statue? Because you know the Thinker was
so I think I would have clothes on. I would probably have some jeans, maybe a button up. You know what I mean? So it looked like, oh shit, you know she's serious about her shit. But then my hair would be a fro, and I would need them to give me a little more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just we gonna get there. Just help me out. And probably a pick in it too. So it's like, oh, she professional, she casual, but she's like still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, what's that? What's that girl, man? What's that lady, man? Her name is slipping off the tongue right now. Black Panther, educated lady, man. She Davis? Nah, was her last name Davis? What was her name?
I don't know who the fuck. I'm screaming. Oh God. Educated. Okay.
No. What was her name? No. She had the fro. She had the legendary fro. Oh man. What's my girl?
Fro. Why am I not thinking of her?
Oh, I can't. My wife even got a shirt with her on it, bruh.
Yeah, it's not ringing no bells.
Slipping. All right, anyway.
What about you? What
I'm
would your
upset.
pose be? What would you go with?
So my first thought would be as a football player. But
Like, you know what I mean? Wait, one of those?
Ah.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Jeez.
You know?
For those listening, KC is posing like a quarterback from the 70s.
Gonna launch it. You know what I mean? That's a solid one.
You know what position I play?
No. Don't
Oh,
give me
man,
the lion.
I
Tight
play
end?
corner. I play defense. I play cornerback.
See? All I know is tight
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
Nah, I was not too small for that. I was too small for that.
Oh, that's for the
Yeah.
big niggas.
That's big nigga ball right there. Nah, I play
Oh.
corner. So I don't know. All right, so let's how would I want it as a nigga? That's a great question.
Or so you know how them old school rappers used to hold their hands to show off their watch?
Oh, left over right for sure.
Yeah, with a football in your hand, so it gives off like, yeah, we're business, but I'm a ball player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely need the watch. I
Yeah.
definitely need a watch.
Yeah.
Rolex. Carve the Rolex on the wrist. Okay, make sure my wedding ring is on the left hand. I gotta let the hoes know.
Yeah. Carve that in. Yeah.
Carve that in. Put a nice chain on me. Okay, put a nice chain. It ain't nothing crazy. Something like.
This nigga said, ice me out. You know what I mean? We gonna do it. We gonna do
Ice
it.
a nigga out. Give me a beard. Give me a beard with the taper. Okay. They got to have the taper, skin down, hair a little bit grown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Put a little something on it. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
I'm leaned a little bit to the left, but I'm looking to the right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. Okay.
You feel me? I'm looking like something going on. That's got to be the fake light. What's going on over there? It's got to be one
I
of
can
those.
see that. I can see that.
Or I got to be head up.
No, not head up. Not head up. Not head up. Cause then it's giving hootie hoo, and we don't want to give.
Oh, yo, imagine the statue was nigga my arms up like, what's good,
nigga? Hey, no, absolutely not.
Oh man, I can't. Where would it go? Casey, where would your statue go? Where would you want it placed?
Oh, I want it in the heart of Roxbury. You know what I mean? It's only right. Do that shit. Had that shit in, I don't know, Malcolm X Boulevard, Malcolm X Park. You know what I mean? Nice little. Like, who the fuck is this bitch? And it's like, oh, she's giving back so much to the community.
Big fact. Yeah, I remember KC.
Yeah.
What's she doing there, man?
It would definitely have to be. I could not do it anywhere else. I mean, after that, sure, cool. I can have multiple statues, but my first one would absolutely have to be in Roxbury.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's tough for me.
You wouldn't want yours next to the Eagles stadium? Because I'm trying to test how much of a fan you are. I'm trying to see if you bullshit.
Nah, I didn't do anything for the Eagles. If I was an Eagles, you know what I'm saying? Now if I got my body right and then tried out and I did what I had to do, you feel me? No. My statue has to be at my high school for sure.
Oh, that's solid. That's good.
Yeah, put that shit right at McNamara, middle of the hallway.
This motherfucker. Middle of the hallway, Tyler? Not at the entrance or, you know what I mean, kids walking in.
There's like an area where like all the hallways kind of
meet up,
intersect. Put me right in that section. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, I wouldn't want
But
to
you
be
gotta
around
put
that
me in a
stuff.
case, cause niggas would do some foul stuff. Kids is foul. You gotta make sure that's in a case.
Tyler said, "Go ahead and put me in the box. Don't even play." Like, who the fuck is this old guy? Like, okay. Kids are foul though. No, that's smart. I mean, yeah.
Yo, for real. Okay. That was fun.
I'm
I
screaming.
appreciate you. I appreciate that. All right, look, man, on a serious note, Lil Durk, man. Lil Durk is currently under federal custody.
All his life. Too soon? That was too soon. That was too soon. I'm sorry. That was insensitive. That was insensitive. Continue. Go ahead.
Lil Durk, also known as The Voice, is under federal custody for murder for hire.
Yeah.
Allegedly, well, not allegedly. What happened, according to Forbes, was that some people associated with Little Durk flew to California, I believe, in an attempt to take the life of rapper Quando Rondo. And instead of taking his life, they killed his cousin. This was in retaliation to the death of King Von, whose life was taken about a year or two ago in Atlanta. He was fighting Quando Rondo, and then some shots went off. And RIP to everybody involved. Actually, RIP to those lives that have been lost in this situation. Quando Rondo dropped a song. He didn't mention Lil Durk, but he was talking about the situation. And allegedly, the feds have witnesses saying that pretty much Durk said, money on his head.
Get it done.
And allegedly, the plane tickets to California was purchased under Little Durk's company. I forget the name. All for the family or something like that.
Like the credit card or some shit?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he's facing some serious things. Personally, I mean, look, I don't wish jail upon nobody. It's hard for me to believe. I like to wait till court pretty much. I don't want to, think he did it. I know Jay would be like, if the feds got you,
that's it.
Them niggas got you.
Yeah.
But now this whole year though, we've been looking at cases. You got Young Thug. They almost ready to dismiss his case. We got situations. We've seen situations where these boys done got off.
Here's my thing. I think there's a couple things that just doesn't make sense for me. One, I don't see Durk being like, yeah, buy the tickets on my credit card. Like, I would much rather. I think you got to think too. This is not a nigga that's like he got into the streets when he popped. Like, this nigga was a street nigga well before he was Lil Durk. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's no way you're telling me that this guy I don't think he's dumb. I think he's intelligent. You know what I mean? I think he got some sense up top. I don't think that this man would say, use a card that's connected to me in booking a flight. I think that this man would have the right sense to be like, hey, I'm gonna take some cash out, whatever, add it to your account or, some shit like that. It just doesn't make sense. I also feel as though there is this notion or attitude where it's like, oh, we gotta seek revenge, we gotta get our lick back kind of a thing. And I want us as a community, and specifically in rap, like, we gotta let that shit go and let karma kind of vibe out and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because it's just not worth it. You have too much to lose. And I think Fed time, that's not 2 days. You know what I mean? That's a long time. If they decide not to give you the death penalty, you know what I mean? Depending on how it is. But somebody like Dirk, they're not just taking Dirk for Dirk, they're taking him for what he represents. Because they
Oh, for
use a
sure.
lot of these rappers as a message to give these other, rappers like, hey, in case you are feeling froggy, you know what I mean? In case you feel like you want to still be in the streets, okay, this is what your end result will be. Um, it's unfortunate. Now, my thing is, if I was Dirk, I'd be punching the air because I'm going to jail and niggas didn't even get the job done. Like that shit would have pissed me off because it's like, what are we doing here? I think the other added thing too that I don't think you mentioned, one of his homeboys was taped up. He was wired.
Get out of here.
Swear.
Whew.
So that's the other thing about it too, is these little, you know what I mean? Niggas love to be like, oh, my niggas, my niggas. Your niggas be the ones that flip on you and drop dime and got you in predicaments. So that's the other thing too. They got recordings of shit going down and, maybe him setting shit up, which I feel like is the real reason why they like, okay, lock him up, throw away the key type of thing. I was just recently watching The Breakfast Club with 50 Cent, and he had mentioned, he was like, I be telling, these young kids, like, be aware of who's around you. Like, just because it's like your crew or your people, it be those motherfuckers that do you dirty or set you up in some shit. So, I mean,
It's sad though, KC, because it be them niggas that be thinking they should have your spot.
I mean, envy is a nasty motherfucker. Envy is,
hey,
that's nothing to play with. You can't over think envy. Envy is something that is like, you can't get rid of that shit. If it's in somebody, if they green with that shit, it's over. And it's always the motherfucker that's next to you. And
it's
I'm
dangerous
sure,
business.
when you think about rappers and artists and shit like that, they always take care of motherfuckers that's around them. So can you imagine you envious of me, but I'm breaking bread with you. I'm making sure you straight. You know what I mean? For the most part, and I don't know if this was Dirk, doing, but for the most part, they make sure they're straight and their people straight, their family and shit. So it's like, I'm doing all this and you still, you know what I mean? Envy is a nasty thing, let me tell you.
Pocket watching is dirty business, KC.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And I'm as you grow up and like become more independent and get good work and all this stuff, get a good job. Some things you can't hide. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide the fact that certain you got a little money.
Yeah.
But I'm telling niggas right now, I'm dead broke. Don't ask me.
My favorite thing to say is I don't have it. I don't have it.
Ain't got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God, boy, I'm telling you, bro, because it's crazy out here.
Yeah, no.
It is absolutely nuts.
Yeah, but his boy was definitely, that nigga was hot. He was mic'd.
I was blessed. I was blessed enough to grow up outside the city. I would say hood adjacent. I was very much hood adjacent.
Oh, good for you.
I was blessed. So a lot of this stuff, to tell niggas what to do, from me, you know what I'm saying? Casey, you got a different perspective. But for me, it would seem quite ignorant to be like, niggas gotta do better.
No, but
I will say this.
But they do.
But I will say this, KC. The boring lifestyle, keeps you out of trouble. I feel like even as somebody in the suburb, right, growing up that way, I seen a lot of niggas that always want to get into some shit. And it's like, bro, sometimes you just cool out, bro.
Yeah, sit down.
Sit your ass down somewhere.
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff, bro, you will go to sleep, wake up the next day, and be like, whew, boy, glad I ain't do that. I thought about it. I might, you know what I'm saying? It was in me. It was on my mind. Boy, I'm glad I ain't do that last night, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of the times, like, you gotta trust your gut. When shit don't feel right, and I'm telling you, your gut never fucking lies. Your body will know before you do. If you getting the vibe like, nah, I'm feeling uneasy, it ain't right, don't do it.
Mm.
Don't do it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it. And my mom always said this to us when we were growing up, but she's always said evil money is fast money. Fast money, you never keep it. There's a price to it. So it's like when you see these motherfuckers selling drugs and doing all this other illegal shit, yeah, you getting that money, but that's evil money, and that shit, that the price on that is not even worth it. It's not. And I get it. I think we have this, we are in this day and age where everybody is so like flashy and like, oh, I need to have it. Like when you watch kids now getting ready for school, they got Givenchy and like all these like, you know what I mean? And it's like it's so much more than the money. It's so much more than brands. Now, I'm not the motherfucker to tell you money can't buy happiness because I got a couple of happiness things that I could, you know what I mean? I sure could use. But I think we need to be more grateful about the shit we have and not envious and not feel like we have to rob and do all that. No, just appreciate what you got. The breath in your body, that's enough. You
I'm
know what I
telling you,
mean?
man. I'm telling you, I think I mean, kids gonna learn. They're gonna learn, but it's like you've seen too many people pass away to
Mm-hmm.
really
To not get it.
care.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen too many people pass away to care about some of this materialistic type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, just fortunate for your life. I'm fortunate at this point in my life, bro. I got a wife and a child, bro. Like that's crazy to
Mm-hmm.
me, and I promise you, bro, ain't nothing, ain't really much worth risking. We're risking me being like away from my wife and child. Like I'm not
I'm
putting a
telling
lot of
you.
stuff at risk for that. I'm
No.
like I used to do. I used to like we were talking about this a couple weeks ago. I used to be on my phone texting and stuff, driving.
Mm.
I don't even bro. I don't do that no more because I gotta get home. Or I got
Yeah.
my daughter in the car. There's just certain things nowadays. So it's like I mean, for Dirk
You gotta make
to
pivots. You gotta change.
you got to pivot. You
You
gotta
have to
pivot.
pivot.
For at the end of the day, I know he lost somebody. I pray for peace within his soul I pray
Yeah.
he could find peace within his soul, but like you, you gotta be fortunate for the fact that you
Mm.
still got life to live. The best
Yeah.
revenge is continuing to excel, continuing to just be great, live your life,
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, that's a tough spot to be in, losing somebody like that. And the way I don't know what the culture is.
Mm-hmm.
I can't claim what the culture is. We can only make assumptions. But
Yeah.
I'm sure the way he grew up, it was a certain way things was handled.
Yeah.
So no, I pray for the best with that situation. But no, the story don't add up in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's some parts that we don't have yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see, man. And he had an album coming out next month.
I mean, he should still drop it. The kids got to eat.
Oh,
You know
for
what I
sure. He
mean?
had an album coming out November 22nd. The album
And
is
if
coming out.
anything, this would be good. This is good publicity for, well, not good publicity, but he's getting attention. So
It's how
when the
hip hop
music
work.
drop, you know what I mean?
That's how
Music
hip
drop,
hop
niggas
work.
gonna be like, okay, let me support, let me tune in, you know what I mean? Let me,
Yeah.
but
He gonna get
yeah,
some streams. That's for sure.
he's for sure gonna get some streams. And I feel like him and what's his name? Him and Vaughn have this ability to like walk you through the shit they went through. So I'd be
Yeah.
curious to know what was happening in his mind when he did, was doing this project. Like
I'll tell you
what was going on.
the sad part about this is Dirk was really becoming a great artist. Not just
Mm-hmm.
like drill rapper.
Yeah.
He was really finding his sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Getting a little melodic.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just hate for this. Hopefully this ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. Chromacopia. Let's talk Chromacopia. Tyler the Creator's last album.
Chromacopia.
It dropped on Monday. Dropped
Mhm.
yesterday. Sheesh. Chromacopia. KC, what is your thoughts on the album?
I thought it was a really solid piece of work. I know there were, because it's hard to not see shit on Instagram and like social media because people feel like they have to give opinions. But, I think this was an album where he was like really rapping. And
Yep.
it's not to say, his other shit, he wasn't, but it felt like he was paying attention. He was more meticulous with the words he used and with the messaging he was saying. Where I think his other projects are like, he's saying shit, but you could tell he's having a good time. He's just vibing, but like he was very purposeful in what he was saying. I thought the features were hella unique. I didn't expect to hear a track from Glow or Sexy Red, but it
With
felt
Lil
like
Wayne on the job.
with Lil Wayne. And I would say, like, I know it's probably gonna be cliche or like, oh, okay, bitch, really. But I think that's one of my favorite songs on his album because you can just hear the music, the like instruments, the beat, like everything about that track. There's nothing to hate. There's nothing to dislike. I do like the messaging behind it. Like when he did his listening party, he was like, "Hey, I made this because I realized there were so many lessons my mom was teaching me, and I didn't understand it at the time." He's like, "Now I'm 30 something. I think he said 32 or 33, and now I'm finally, it's coming full circle where I understand what my mom was saying and the shit she was telling me about." The part that I think was kind of like, hopefully it helps a lot of Black men dive into their relationship with their fathers. I think it was dope to see his mom take ownership of like, that was me. You know what I mean? That wasn't your dad. That
Yeah.
was absolutely me. Because there's so many stories where, oh, your father wasn't shit. And it's like, but you're not going to tell me every single dad is like that, right? I've known of stories where the mother blocks that connection. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that she's able to say, you know what, that was absolutely me. I was young, right? I didn't understand the significance of your father or the impact that would have on you. And I want to take ownership of that. I think that was big. And for you to do it on his project, because she could have did that privately and kept it cute and just, but for you to do that publicly, I feel like that is opening and healing for him, but hopefully it's healing for other people because it opens up the conversation of that. But I think that was the whole project was insane. I think there's a lot of little nuances of like themes and messaging in there. But I thought it was dope. I thought it was a good project.
And to your point with that last part,
Mm.
a lot of the album was focusing on him having a child or
Mm-hmm.
going through that process. And I mean, I don't know how those to connect those dots, but you think like, oh man, if my pops wasn't in my life, do I like? What's the point of me even having a kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was very interesting. I really enjoyed the album. That man came out with the Whisper song, first track. Man came out with the Whisper song, but boy, Tyler Creator, man, he's just the man just know how to blend the rap with the melody, and this production is so unique to him. And you just like, you don't hear this type of production from anywhere else. And I'm I'm shocked almost at the fact that nobody makes the beats, nobody does the shit or even tries to emulate this man.
Yeah.
Because he's so successful. You would think like, man, let me
There'd be
go,
copycats. Yeah.
Yeah. No. His sound is just so him.
Mm.
And it's really beautiful. I mean, the first song just it really do fire you up.
Yeah.
When can you feel that fire? I was like,
no,
yeah,
but
nigga.
I mean, but even the way he like picks melodies and like the arrangement of the shit is insane. But I've known this for a while. Like I think each album, each project, he dives into like this different part. And I think this is where we get these different like characters and personas from each project, because I feel like he digs into something different for each project. And I think that this, I mean, beyond the music, I even think the way he even approached the release date and like the thought that he put into, now I want to kind of disrupt the shit that we've been doing. Like the
Yep.
Friday drop shit, let's just, I want to disrupt that, shake that up and do something else. And we know in music, like if one person does it and it's successful and great, well shit, then that's going to be the new, you know what I mean? So I really, and he said this before in many interviews, like he's really a student of music and really fucks with like rap in its entirety. So I think this was something where it's like, I hate to, I hate when motherfuckers like, love letter to hip hop. But I really feel like it was his love letter to music. Like, I
Yeah.
think the fact that his bars was on point, I think the music was amazing. I even think there was a part in, I forgot what song. Damn, I'm blinking on it. But he says he's, the hottest out of LA, other than
Number 2.
number 2, other than Kenny.
Yep.
And I sat on that and I really thought about it. And I was just like, realistically, he's right. I
He's not
mean,
lying. He
he's
is
not
not
lying.
lying.
Now, here's what I will say. I don't think LA gave him flowers right away and they made that nigga like have to earn it.
Yeah.
But you have to think like, here's this black kid, super fucking weird. You know what I mean? When him and Odd Future came out, like nobody understood it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And we weren't used to seeing black kids like that. And so it took us back. And especially when you think of LA, you think of like niggas like Kendrick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got friends in gangs. I'm not hard, but I'm not soft either. And it's like this
Right.
certain image and persona. And Tyler didn't exude that. He exuded the opposite. But I think like that's major to be like your number 2 to Kendrick. Like, I mean, and not saying it to be like braggadocious, but being like very matter of fact. Like
That's very real.
I'm doing numbers. I'm doing.
That's very real. I think, and I think Jay. Shout out to Jay. He'll be back next time we record. But Tyler Creator has to be in this conversation of the greatest, great, like top artists. I know. We kind of. It's hard to put him in there, especially with albums like Igor.
Yeah.
But proof is in the pudding, man. It's like we said, ever since Flower Boy, he's been on a tear.
Yeah.
He's been on an absolute tear. I really enjoy the vulnerability of this album. Hey Jane is great storytelling, as well as Judge Judy. Those are 2 just great storytelling songs right there. I even really love the production on Judge Judy too. Got these little like drums going, it give me like Marvin Gaye, kind of gave me some Marvin Gaye feel, on it. I thought it was deep. I just thought it was deep the way he was talking about those situations. And like you said, man, shout out to the features. He finally actually released the feature, like he put the names of the features on there. He updated the album to have the names of the features. So we got Daniel Caesar on the first song. Tizo, I know I heard Tizo Touchdown. That voice is way too distinct. Like you said, Glorilla, Sexy Red, Lil Wayne, Schoolboy Q, Lola Young.
You got Doechii on there too.
Doechii. Yes. I knew. I was like, that had to be.
And I'm not mad at that. I always seen that as a possible collab because I think they both kind of exude similar energy.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, to see them together, I was like, oh, I needed that.
Case, if they said Tyler Creator from Florida, you would have been like, man, I can see that.
I can see it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Also, we got to give him credit for the amount of women rapping on this album. For it to be a male artist and have this many, women rappers is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It seemed like he's setting a precedent. Oh, we may see this. We may see this a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, um, I mean, I've only listened to it about 2 or 3 times, but I definitely will keep listening to it. I actually went back and listened to Vince Staples' album again. I really enjoyed that one. And then
Okay.
we just got a release from Earth Gang. Earth Gang just released their new album today. It is called Perfect Fantasy.
Ooh, come on,
So
Perfect Fantasy.
yeah, after Tyler Creators, man, tune in to Earth Gang, Spillage Village, all that type
Mm-hmm.
of stuff, man. Yes, yeah. I want hopefully Tyler drops more videos because I mean, when he does a rollout, he does a rollout. So
No, and can we talk about the rollout of this has actually been impeccable. Like I really think that he's thought down to the like random green trucks with chromacopia on it, just pulling up to random cities. I think his listening party was dope. I think I'm glad he did it in LA. I mean, because that's where he's from. So I think there's something to be said when you as an artist can go back to your hometown and like you know, give your art and like be vulnerable and give them everything. I thought that was dope. I love that he didn't make a promise of like, hey, I'm not getting up here and performing. So if you know what I mean, if you copy these tickets thinking I'm not performing shit, we just gonna rock out together. Um, I think he's been very methodical about everything. And I think sometimes music and Tyler's been a really like strong advocate about like we don't listen to music like we should. And he's like, everything is just so like rinse and repeat. And it's like, no, it's okay to listen to a body of work and it have like meaning behind it. There being a message, there being a purpose behind the listen. I don't know. I'm really interested to see how the tour goes. He's in Houston on the day of my birthday. I might check it out. I'm kind of up in the air about it. I don't know. But the album's fire. I mean, yeah. I
I'll
mean,
say this though, I think he's ruined any chance of anybody else winning hip hop awards in
that.
regard to
I
the
mean,
Grammys.
no,
I,
seriously.
I see why everybody was dropping last week.
Yeah.
I see why everybody was dropping last week. They knew they had to know something was coming. Now I will say I hope Glow gets some real recognition for what she has put. But dog, this man really gave us something. He gave us something. So shout out to him, man. All right. Last thing, man. Congratulations to A Tribe Called Quest for being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Um, my Tribe Called Quest is one of my pop's favorite groups.
Okay.
Uh, and honestly, man, I mean, one of mine's too. One of mine's too. I will never forget hearing Butter. I'll never forget hearing Butter for the
But
first time. I was my boy. Shout out to PJ, man. He picked me up from school. And he was like real big into old shit. So he was mind you, we like KC, we like 15. He played Diggable Planets and then he put in Butter. And I was like, damn, this shit is kind of hard. Then after that,
screaming. You
I
were
was hooked.
hooked.
I was hooked. Yeah. And then once Spotify dropped, once Spotify came out in college, bro, I went through all the albums. I went through all the Tribe Called Quest albums.
Mm.
So yeah, shout out to them. Shout out Fight Dog Q-Tip, uh, Shaheed Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? That whole squad. I never forget being in Queens and driving past Linden Boulevard. And I was looking at that sign like that shit was a memorial. It's just a street. But
Mm.
when Q-Tip said back in the days on the Boulevard of Linden, and I see the sign for Linden Boulevard, I was like, oh shit, my nigga. It's the motherfucking street. Them niggas was rapping on. That shit
Okay.
crazy. Like, anyway, shout out to them. Casey, I don't know how much did you listen to Tribe?
I'm gonna be honest. I probably did, but I think
Yeah.
back when I was younger, I listened to a lot of the artists my brother would fuck around and play. So I'm sure I've heard some of their songs, but I just wouldn't be able to tell you what the song. You know what I mean? You know how you know a song from listening to it, but you don't know the name.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of it's kind of that situation.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Well, look, check out. I'm sure you've heard Scenario, but you know, rah rah like a Dungeon.
Oh, this is Scenario.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, I know it, but I don't know the name of Sid. You know. What I mean?
And make sure if you haven't, y'all go check out one of our earliest episodes we did when we talked about the low end theory with Lord. That we actually did do in our episode on Tribe Called Quest. So yeah.
Come
Go ahead and
on,
play back the
flashback.
earlier episode. Do a little flashback. Hopefully the audio
Not trash.
was bad back then. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but then you can appreciate this. See what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I appreciate you, KC. Thank you for coming on. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Jay. I know you be working and stuff, man. Go and get your money. And please, everybody, we are a week away from election. I'm not gonna get political.
Ooh,
I just want to tell y'all to vote.
Spooky. And you know what, Trump? I know you didn't say the comment, but it was at your rally.
KC.
I'm just gonna say your mother. That's it.
You right.
That's it. See how I kept it cute? You
Trying
see,
to look out.
my thing is, y'all be worried about me saying shit, but sometimes I just be needing to say this. I just want your mother.
No, as a Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
As
your
Puerto
mother.
Rican, I feel you.
Yeah. That's it.
You know, that was ridiculous.
Your mother.
Yeah. Shout out Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny said he voting for that black woman.
Yeah, period.
All right, make sure you guys vote. We will see y'all in a couple weeks, man, because we record on Tuesdays, and that's election day. So that's not happening.
Yeah, absolutely not. Hey,
please.
But you know what? Hold on, wait. I got to say this. Election day, the day after, y'all need to be in your house. Go ahead and get your bread, your eggs, whatever you need. Fill up the car with some gas. Because either way this go, motherfuckers is crazy. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. That's all I wanted to say.
I respect it, man. This is No Clearance Podcast, man. You stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.